The room was quiet except for the low hum of the ultrasound machine. My wife lay on the table, her shirt lifted, gel spread across her skin. The doctor moved the wand slowly, eyes fixed on the monitor. Her father stood beside me, breathing hard through his nose. "I have a right to see my grandchild," he'd said when we tried to keep him out. The doctor had relented. I wish he hadn't. The image flickered, then froze. The doctor's expression shifted, a sharp line cutting through his professional calm. He looked at me, then at him. "Sir," he said tightly, "I need you to step outside." Her father frowned. "Why? What's wrong?" The doctor didn't answer. He pressed the intercom. "Security to room 3. My wife's fingers gripped the sides of the table. Her father refused to move. Then the doctor said words that hollowed the air in the room. "What you're about to hear isn't for anyone outside this marriage." The guards escorted him out. My wife kept her gaze fixed on the floor, lips trembling, eyes red. When the door clicked shut, the doctor sighed. "Mr. Hale, I need to be very direct. The baby's genetic profile doesn't match your blood type." My throat tightened. "What are you saying?" He turned the monitor away. "We'll need to run confirmation tests, but biologically, this child cannot be yours." The words hung in the air, heavy, unreal. My wife began to cry, small, silent sobs, as if trying to make them believable. I watched her closely. No shock, no confusion, only guilt, thinly disguised. The doctor excused himself. When the door shut, I spoke quietly. "How long?" She didn't answer. I repeated, "How long?" Her voice cracked. "Please don't." I stood, heart steady, almost mechanical. "Who is he?" She covered her face. "It was one night before you came home from that trip. One night." I muttered, "Always one night." Her father's earlier words echoed in my mind, his insistence, his trembling hands, the way he looked at her stomach instead of her face. Something else was wrong. Something deeper than infidelity. For the next week, I moved through the house like a ghost. Calm, observing, collecting. She thought I was broken. In truth, I was documenting medical files, blood work, and appointment schedules. Her father visited daily now, bringing groceries, insisting on checking in. Every time he touched her shoulder, she flinched, then smiled to hide it. One evening, he arrived while I pretended to nap. Their voices carried softly from the kitchen. "You promised it wouldn't come out." "It won't," she whispered. "He doesn't know anything yet." "Yet." I stayed still, eyes closed, listening. He lowered his voice. "You'll keep quiet. I'll handle the doctor." "Handle?" When the door clicked shut behind him, I got up and called the clinic. I asked for records under her maiden name. They hesitated but sent them anyway. The next morning, I drove to a private lab, requested a full DNA cross-match, paid in cash. That night, she held my hand as we lay in bed. "We'll get through this," she said softly. Her words were rehearsed, her touch mechanical. I didn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling, counting the seconds until morning. The report arrived 2 days later. No words, no explanation, just numbers, genetic markers, percentages. The child's DNA matched her and her father, not me. I stared until it blurred. My pulse didn't rise. I didn't shout. I just felt a stillness I can't describe. When she came home, I was in the living room, the envelope open on the table. She saw it immediately, froze. "Where did you—" "Truth has a way of finding its way home," I said. Her knees buckled. She collapsed into the chair opposite me, sobbing, shaking her head. "He said it would never, no one would ever know." He lied. She pressed her hands to her face. "I didn't want this. I didn't." "But you let it happen," I said. Her tears fell harder, but they didn't move me. I remember the look in his eyes that day, the ownership, the possessiveness. I realized I had never really been part of this family. I'd been the alibi. The next morning, I invited him over. He walked in smiling, pretending nothing had happened. "How's my daughter?" I slid the envelope across the table. "You tell me." He looked at it, then at me. "What's this?" proof, I said. He opened it, read. His expression didn't change, only his breathing. Slow, uneven animal. You don't understand. I understand perfectly, I said. You touched what wasn't yours. Now everyone will know. He stood, voice breaking. You'll destroy her. No, I said. You did that already. He left pale, trembling. I didn't follow. When my wife came downstairs, she saw the empty envelope, eyes wide in terror. What did you do? I returned what was his, I said simply. She left 2 days later. No note, no goodbye. Her father resigned from his company and disappeared quietly. The clinic called confirmed they reported the genetic irregularities to the authorities. I said nothing. Some nights, I stand by the window, watching the quiet street. I think of the ultrasound screen, the doctor's trembling voice. What you're about to hear, he had no idea. Neither did I. Now, when people ask if I have children, I tell them no. Because what was growing inside her wasn't my blood. It was my silence.